Hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're having a fantastic Camp Miva so far. I am Brandon DePauw, so I'm the Director of Professional Services here at Miva. I've been with Miva for a little over 12 years, which is pretty awesome to say. It's always great to be back here. It's always cool to see familiar faces and some of the guests that I've even seen over the past 12 years are still coming back, so welcome back. Thank you for being here, and it's always great to see you. So today, you're joining me, we're going to talk about using D2C commerce optimizations and tools to power your B2B growth. So some key areas we're going to talk about: trust and recognition, optimization in relationships, prevent frustration, and provide ease and convenience. So let's start with customer relationships, what it takes to establish them initially, make sure they're great customer relationships. What are those things that look like? So inbound marketing, right? You want to establish trust and recognition by creating insightful content that positions you as an industry thought leader and provide valuable resources to your target audience. So what are some of the things that looks like? Answer commonly searched questions by people in your industry. Help solve problems that your target audience might be having. So what this doesn't look like is just purely trying to push products and sell them on a product that's going to meet their need. You want to be able to provide value to your target audience beyond that, just general content. So some options you have for your on-page content, you can establish that through you leveraging Page Builder. Hopefully you're using Page Builder. If you're not, I hope you do. Page Builder is a great way to spin up landing content quickly. You can also leverage by Am I cutting out? There we go. Implement a blog on your site that can be directly integrated with your website, create a seamless experience. You want it to be able to be, they can access your store, shop on your store, get content from your blog. It should be seamless. Leverage platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram to reach your audience and share your content. So LinkedIn, for example, has been gaining popularity as a marketing platform. It's inherently a B2B platform, so it can be particularly effective. So leverage CRMs and CDPs. So customer relationship management systems and customer data platforms. So this is great. It can give you great insights into the data. You know, it can help with operational efficiencies like automating follow-ups. It can help enable your customer support team. But helps you understand your customers' behaviors and whether it may manage their journey. So customers expect to have a cohesive experience when they're interacting with your business and all different touch points, including the people in your business that are interacting with your customers. You need to leverage your understanding of your customers to build more valuable relationships with them and improve your engagement. So use these insights to do targeted marketing to specific segments. And if you have really key accounts, you can do account-based marketing, right? You want to reinvest in some of those accounts that are the biggest and most strategic with you. So we've talked a lot about AI, right? So these platforms are still important, right? These platforms are going to do the data storage and the governance. AI is going to help enhance these platforms and how you leverage them more effectively. Loyalty programs. We've heard a lot about loyalty at different times in this conference. I've had actually some great conversations with some different guests and merchants about loyalty programs they're implementing and membership programs. So that's really exciting. You know, loyalty programs work. People like to have rewards. Incentivize your customers and your buyers by establishing long-term benefits to your relationship. Tailor your loyalty program based on what your business offers, what your customer needs are. It doesn't have to just be a straightforward discount, $1 off type of incentive. There's different types of incentives that you can have. Be creative with it. So buyers are willing to change to suppliers who offer a better online shopping experience. That's really critical. There's some opportunities here, right? One, your opportunity to reduce churn. You don't want to be on the side of your buyers leaving to go to a better shopping experience online. You need to show that you're addressing concerns, show that you're improving and addressing their challenges. They have to have confidence in how you're evolving to continue to meet their needs and expectations. So There's opportunity to reduce churn. Don't be the company that they're leaving for a better experience. And on the other side of that, offer the best experience. Be the company that people want to go to because your experience is better. You've already established trust and recognition in your content. They recognize you when they're looking. Have the best experience. Take advantage of that opportunity. All right, prevent frustration. How do we do this? We prevent frustration. I talked a lot about this in my breakout yesterday too with optimizations. Avoid this at all costs, right? Frustrations are a killer. So user experience frustration, so UX frustration affects all end users, not just retail shoppers, right? These are B2B buyers too. We're humans. Frustration affects us all. So it's critical you optimize your checkout and your user experience. So interesting thing, right? Majority of buyers right now are going to be millennials and Gen Z. So you need to understand what their expectations are from user experience and make sure you're servicing that. So the basics, right? What is key, critical, basics, but really fundamental? You can't not mention these things. Page speed optimizations. Just because it's B2B, you still need to optimize, focus on page speed, make sure you're providing a great experience, okay? Mobile experience, B2B buyers use mobile too. It's interesting the amount of times I encounter sometimes merchants that work on their shops all the time, but often interface with it on the desktop version and are not actually taking the time to go through that full experience on mobile from time to time. If you're making changes, make sure you're checking into that. Make sure your mobile experience is optimized and understand which of your users are actually using that mobile experience. So you can't have a cumbersome checkout process, clean and streamlined with easy data entry. I harped on this again also in my breakout. Make it easy. It better be freaking easy to put information in. It can't be challenging. It can't be difficult. There's certain expectations that people have when entering data in a checkout experience or a shopping experience. Avoid friction. Little things, right? Like autocompletes of address and things like that. There's certain expectations that people have when entering their data. And if you're not meeting those, even though they might seem small, it's a point of frustration. You want to keep them in the state of feeling good. You don't want to trigger that frustration, especially if they're going to be coming back and buying regularly from you. Paper cuts, right? Avoid those paper cuts. Imagery, please have great imagery. Sometimes I'll find different industrial products or other types of products that maybe they're small images or whatever, but the quality ends up being poor. Just make sure you have great imagery. People expect that now. It's really important. And customer support. You need a clear path to customer support. Customers need to know when they're looking at your business or operating with your business, how are they going to be supported? Where are they going to get answers? Pre-purchase, during purchase, post-purchase, how are they going to be supported in their ongoing experience with you? That's important, right? If they don't feel supported in that, that's a problem. Product discovery. Okay. So catalog and navigation. So both in C and B2B, you could have complex catalogs, a lot of data, categorization may be challenging, and sometimes that goes on for a while and you get to this point where you realize, man, my catalog's a little bit challenging and my navigation doesn't really support great discovery of the products that I have, and maybe it's a little hard unless people know exactly what they're looking for, how to find those things. Maybe it's time to ask yourself, all right, is an information architecture exercise necessary? Do I need to step back and understand the data structure that I have, the people that are shopping on my site, how they expect to be finding things, to make sure the way it's architected is most efficient and effective to surface that data to them in catalog navigation. That's just one way people find things, right? So I'm going to jump to the last one because it's a little bit more related to catalog navigation. So faceted filtering, another staple, right? Product lists. Search results from product lists, category pages, things like that. People expect to be able to use good facet and filtering. Make sure you have the right stuff in there so they can drill down. People are used to that. It's an expectations on how they're going to drill down the results. So please make sure do that well. Surface the right attribute data. It's going to be valuable to them to filter down their products. And I'll jump back to the middle for search. So we all know search is really, really important. Right now, the expectation is already good search. It's got to be pretty darn good search to return what they're looking for. But what have we been talking about? AI, we know it's on the horizon, right? AI search, really, really great search is where it's going to need to be. That's the expectation. People expect to be able to easily search and find what they're looking for. And that's truer now more than ever. All right, So we need to optimize for self-service. That's the other thing people want, right? They want to be able to come to this buying experience, be able to self-service. They want to be supported, but it's even better if they can find the answers themselves quickly and effectively without needing to find support on a regular basis, okay? So, effectively surfacing information. So what types of products do you sell? What information is critical to your buyers when making a decision about each type of product? Optimize your PDP pages to answer your buyers' questions effectively, right? What do they care about? What are the different products that you have? And what do they care about unique to maybe those different product types? So for example, maybe you have a pretty complex, robust product, whether that be just large and complex or expensive. It requires a lot of decision making to decide on that product. Is it video? Is video content, are they looking to digest a video that's really comprehensive and makes them feel comfortable and confident with that purchase? Maybe there's a lot of things to consider and understand about that product. Video can be a really great way to digest that. Okay. Product specifications. Different product types might have different specifications that are unique and important to that type of product. So, maybe you have products that the specifications that are important are going to be weight and measurements, and there's a certain way to deliver that information that's digestible and easy to consume. That's what's important for them to understand. You may have other types of products that it's going to be more color, texture, aesthetic. They're looking to digest that information differently. So understand the different products types that you have, what's critical to those customers in their initial decision as they're reviewing that, to focus on effectively surfacing that to them. Okay. Inventory information. People care about what's in stock, what's available. If they're going to buy a large quantity of things, they need to understand, do you have this available before they invest all this time in deciding something? You're able to service their stock needs. Processing and delivery estimates, lead times, that's also critically important. They need to surface that as part of their key decision. Kiefer also talked about with Page Builder, what's going to be coming out, the ability to create unique product pages, be able to adjust that more with Page Builder. That's going to be huge. It's really great to leverage, particularly when you think about these different types of products. You're going to be more enabled to set these up. Now, that doesn't mean go out and create a million different unique product pages for all your different types of products and create an abundance of unique experiences for your customer that kind of feels disjointed. Be mindful about how many different experiences you're giving them as they're browsing your products. You want it to be familiar and user-friendly. So just be intentional with how you leverage that. All right. Same slide from my other deck. It's super, super important. I'm going to read the same thing here. Look, make your live chat or AI bot assistant prominent. Okay? Answer critical questions as quickly to clear blockers and get that order placed. We're in the day and age right now. People are becoming accustomed to asking AI questions to get quick, clear answers. You have to get ahead of this. You have to meet where they're expecting to be met from that user experience standpoint, okay? But what they don't want to do is they don't want to come to your site, and they don't want to go to your FAQ page and then look through the FAQ page and try to find an answer and Control F to find their keyword and try to figure out where it's at. They don't necessarily want to pop open the phone and call. They don't want to have to email and wait for an email back. They want to be met with the ability to ask a question and get an answer wherever they're at on your shopping experience. So making sure it's prominent and available to them and they know they can leverage that tool is going to be really critical and important. All right, product subscriptions. I also talked to a few people that are doing some cool things with product subscriptions. Maybe it has product subscription functionality that's amazing. It's easy, low maintenance product replenishment, right, for your customers while providing you recurring revenue. You need to build confidence, though, in that it's easy to maintain and convenient service that can be adjusted when needed. How many people have had a subscription service and then you find that the service is kind of clunky to manage and kind of irritating and you got it fulfilled and you didn't realize it was coming up? Some people have some poor experiences. They may be hesitant to do subscriptions. You want to sell them on the value and make them feel very comfortable and confident that it's going to be easy to manage and a great service for them. Personalized experience. So you can accomplish this through manual curation of product recommendations based on an account and account type. But that's manual, right? That's one way to do it. Some people still handle it that way, and that's okay. But it's not really sustainable to do it at more scale. That takes time and effort and energy. Obviously, we've talked a lot about leveraging more advanced tools like AI-powered recommendations. It's gonna be the name of the game, right? And consider personalized login account landing pages to surface what's important to your buyers. B2B, right? Like they're gonna be coming in, logging into their sites often with their account. You have an opportunity to make a really great personalized experience as soon as they get into your site and begin their buying experience. What is important to them? What could you surface them? What are their buying habits that you might be able to showcase? Are they reordering things commonly? What other types of resources or value can you add to them to create a personalized experience the moment that they're re-entering your site and logging back in? They want to feel special, they want to feel involved, they want to feel like they have a great relationship and it not be just totally generic. There we go. All right, account pages. So again, people log in and expect to be self-serviced really well. Don't make them hunt this information down, make it really, really clear to find this stuff and easy to find this stuff. These are common things you'd expect, but they're very easy things to be frustrating. If you're not doing these core things well, that can cause frustration. Order status. If they're placing orders regularly, make it really, really easy and convenient to figure out what their order status is and find that information really quickly, right? Is it surfacing the most recent order at the top as soon as landing in rather than having to drill down orders? Because that's most commonly what they're coming back for. Like understand what they're looking for each time they're coming to their account page. Make sure that's surfaced well and efficiently. Reorders. Can we surface what they're ordering most commonly? Get an idea of what they expect, not just recommendations, but things they know they're reordering regularly. Address management, obviously it depends on business rules. Do you have are your B2B buyers allowed to ship to different locations? Do they need to manage their address? Does that need to be a really easy, good experience? Payment management, account status, things like that. What other types of things are really important to your buyers? And how can you surface that information and make it very accessible to them? So it's not just about the product, it's also about their accounts. It's about the entire experience and how they are interacting with your online store. So it's a multifaceted approach, right? We've talked about a lot of things here. So we say they trust you as a resource. They recognize your business and your brand. You've provided them value beyond just the products that you sell them. All right, so they trust you, you're providing value. They're having a cohesive experience when interacting with your business, right? In the marketing material that you're providing to them, in the way that any of your customer service agents or staff or anybody you're interacting with them, there's consistency in every aspect of how you're interacting with them. Okay? They feel like you're invested in the relationship with them, and you're providing them a personalized experience, right? That you care about how you're communicating with them, both on the marketing front, in the material that you send them, as well as, again, how they're experiencing the site when they log in each time and work with you. You offer them loyalty perks and gratitude for your relationship. You invest in ensuring that the experience is frustration-free, right? Things are going to happen. They're going to provide feedback, showcase that you're addressing those frustrations and those challenges and making the experience better. Right? It's never going to be perfect every time, but before you lose them, showcase that you can change and that you're going to evolve. Stay ahead of what the expectations are. Right? If they see you're always moving in a great direction and your experience is always improving and you're understanding where the expectations are and you're meeting those, they're going to have confidence, even if there are small frustrations, that it's going to improve. Right? If that relationship's good, it's worth digging into that with you. Okay? And, they can engage when it's convenient for them. A great online experience that allows them to self-service means that on their time they can engage efficiently and effectively through your site with little frustration and little need for human interaction, if not necessary, through AI support, through great accounts, through great recommendations, management of subscriptions, all of that. They can self-service very effectively at their convenience on your store.